Hello lovelies, this is Dinh, author of Wrapped in Sin. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below. If you're an existing subscriber, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a scented Christmas gnome. Most of the items from today's project will be from the Dollar Tree. So let's get started. Some type of jar to put the sock in. I will be using this vase that I like. It's small, but it's perfect size and has a wide mouth. It's about 4 inches wide up top, and I believe it is about 6.5 inches in height. You don't have to get something this similar. It's just my preference. A mason jar or some sort should work just fine. You'll need some rubber bands. Any type is fine. These clear one would work perfectly. They come out of the hair accessory aisles from the Dollar Tree. Need some cotton balls, about 2 to 3 of them. You'll need some type of holiday accessories. I'll be using these jingle bells. Got this from the Dollar Tree. Glue gun or any type of glue of your preference. A pair of scissors. You'll need like a wooden bead for the nose. This one I believe is 20 millimeter. You'll need at least 2 of them for this project. You can get 2 pair of socks, also from the Dollar Tree. And you'll need 2 different color socks. I have one that is solid and then one is a pattern that we'll be using today. Both of these were like from, I believe, the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, but they were only about $1 for the set. Some Epsom salt. This is lavender scent. If you don't like the lavender scent, you can just get regular Epsom salt and maybe put some essential oils of your preference in there. I got it on sale with a coupon. It turned out to be like $1 and a top. I'll show you why I'll be using this, but any string of some type will work. You'll need some faux fur. This is from Joann. I had purchased a whole yard on sale for like $3.50. You want to get the one that's already pre-cut in a ribbon strand kind of. That is about 10 inches across. You won't need a whole yard. You'll probably need just about maybe 1/4 of a yard, if that, for this particular project. What we're going to do is get one sock and we're going to wrap it around the top here. See how I like that? Because it's nice and wide, so you don't have to worry about trying to fit all this Epsom salt in. And it can get messy if the circumference is too small. Now, the Epsom salt, I prefer to use that over rice, or you could use rocks as well. But I liked this Epsom salt because it has a scent, because then you can kind of use it as a decor and it can help scent the room or the area that you walk past. And if you don't like lavender, like I said, you can go ahead and use a different, just plain old Epsom salt and pick the essential oils that you would like and put as many drops as you prefer, depending on how strong you want to make it. I would probably mix it in there and then pour it in. This is 16 ounce of Epsom salt. So it would come out to be about 1 3/4 of a cup. If you want to know the exact measurements, if you're using regular Epsom salt. Like I said, if you pick something that's wide mouth, it makes it a lot easier to pour and it's not so messy. Otherwise, it can get very messy. So as it fills up, we're just going to shake it so that it comes down and frees up the room up top here before pouring some more. All the Epsom salt in here, you want to carefully lift this up and shake it down. Okay? See how easy it comes out of this? This is why I like this little jar here. All right, next, we're going to go ahead, and you want to make sure that all your Epsom salt is kind of down there, because otherwise when you go to cut it, it'll get super messy. Get your little band, these clear little bands here. You want to go ahead and wrap it around the top at least 3 times so that it's secured. Now if the band is a little bit smaller, you can probably just wrap it around twice, but this one I think is sizable enough where I can wrap it around 3 times without any issues. This is going to be a small gnome, but he's going to be super cute. Wait till you see the end result. So what I like to do next, because these bands tend to dry out and then they'll pop, and then that's all you need is for your project to just fall apart. Some type of string and wrap it around the top there. So I'll be using this fishing line. Like I said, I have plenty of it for my arts and craft projects, so I'll be using that. I like to go ahead and create a little loop. Go here and pull, because then it'll just be easier. I know it's going to be hard for you to see this on film because the strand is so thin. And then at least this way it's around there already. And we'll just wrap it around a few times, maybe 2 or 3 times. Secure it, because this way if that little band decides to break in the future, you do not ever have to worry about your project falling apart. Okay. What we will do next is cut right above where we had secured it with the band. And then we'll save this sock for a different project down the line. This is a preference. I mean, if you don't want it, the body to be red, then you can pick whatever you like. Okay, we're going to tie it off with another band and the fishing line. But what you want to make sure is that the nub that you had cut earlier is sitting up top. And what we're going to do is secure it right above that. And once again, wrap it maybe 2-3 times, however much your rubber band can withstand and stretch. Take another string. In my case, it'll be a fishing line. And we're going to go ahead and tie it off. I like to do it like this, because then see how easy it just goes on there? Wrap it 2 or 3 times. Use fishing line. Like I said, you can use any string you like. Even if you had dental floss, that works too. Okay, so just cut this. Just be careful. And once again, we're going to cut right above here. Okay, there's your little body. Next step is the faux fur. This thing gets a little messy, but it turns out so cute. Like I said, when you buy it from, well, the one I had purchased was from Joann. It's actually like a ribbon, a strand, that is 10 centimeters wide. And this is going to be like the template here that I want to show you. So all we're going to need to cut on the back, how you want to mark it, is 10 centimeter wide, okay? And 5.5 centimeter long is what we'll need in the beard wise. Once you trace that template there, we're going to then mark it again. We're going to mark it from the top to right about here, which is 3.5 centimeters. And then from this end to in here will be 2.5 centimeter. Then you can mark a little angle so that the beard is somewhat shaped. So again, it's going to be 10 centimeter across, 5.5 top to bottom, but then you're going to remark it 3.5 centimeter down. You're going to make a mark, 2.5 centimeters from each end. From here to here, you'll make a mark. and draw a line. Because then this way when you go to cut or trim, it will make it a, it'll kind of shape the beard a little bit. So we're going to need 2 beard for this project. So I went ahead and marked the back, and this is what it'll look like. Now, I'm not sure if you've ever cut faux fur before, but if you haven't, there's a trick to it. You don't want to just take a pair of scissors and cut across, because then it will give it a blunt cut like this, which is completely ugly. This is what they do at Joann's when they measure out, you know, the yardage when you purchase the faux fur. They're just going to cut it straight across, and it'll give it this blunt cut. It'll give it this blunt look. And you don't want the beard to have that blunt look, or at least I don't. I want it to look a little bit more natural. So the trick to doing that is we're going to take a razor and gradually slice the back side of this fabric. See how that is? You don't want to slice into the fur, because the fur will come out real easily and it'll shed everywhere. You're just going to need to get like a, I don't know, a little roll-on to like clear your path to work, to continue working, because it gets messy. See how this is already? It's like cat hair or something. It's all over the place. So anyway, so what we're going to do is take a razor and just gradually slice through the layer of backing here. Once it cuts through, it'll come right off. So show you when you try to slice through the thin layer here, you can hear, I don't know if you can hear this. Hear that? Don't apply. You want to apply just enough pressure to cut through that fabric, but not so much that it'll cut all the way through to the faux fur. You want to just do that top layer so you can hear the fabric as you apply pressure with the razor. Hear this? And when it's sliced through, you won't hear that anymore, and you'll feel it as well. These personally, because if you're working on a lot of them, they will become, you'll get quite a few, and then you can save them as like polyfill for future projects to stuff things in. This is how it looks, and when we pull it apart, it's real easy. You just slide it down. See how it just flows down real easily, more natural than that blunt cut? See the difference? Where the blunt was cut from the fabric store, and then the natural cut with the razor. It's a more natural cut to the beard. So now, this is how it looks. If this is the look you like, you do not need to trim the back. However, I like mine at an angle, so I'm going to go ahead and trim off the side here. And I'll show you what it looks like after. This is what it looks like once the back has been angled off. It's not too much. It's just giving it just a slight angle here. But if you prefer to have it more angular, then you would just maybe cut a little bit higher up. But this is how I like it. So the next step we're going to do is take the back, fold it together. Okay, take the back side, the faux fur together, facing each other, and we're going to actually cut this part. But we're not going to cut too much because we don't want to overcut where the nose is going to lay. So I like to just cut just a little bit and then alter as necessary. So you want to get a nice sharp pair of scissors and just cut this itty bitty little section up top here. And we'll probably have to alter this, but this will be a start. See how that is? It'll create a small indentation for the nose. And once we put it on to the face here, we'll probably have to tweak it a little bit. Now, once you cut that, all this is going to fall out. See this? And like I said, I saved these in a baggie so that I can use it for future project. Look how much it sheds everywhere. So I'll show you. I already know we're going to need to trim this, but that's okay. I don't want to overcut it because then you can't fix it. Then you'll have to cut a brand new piece of faux fur. Before we can attach the beard to the body, we need to attach the nose first. So we're going to create a little indentation for the nose to go in. Put some glue in that spot right here. And place it down. See how the nose is right there? Now I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the side because I want to make sure it creates that indentation. Kind of press it in a little bit. The same on this side. Is put the beard, see how that is already? He's so cute. See how the beard is? If you take a look, it doesn't fit exactly under the nose, so we're going to need to trim it just a little bit, but we're not going to trim it too much because we want to make sure we don't over trim the beard where it won't fit. Now I want to trim it just enough so that I can go ahead and tuck his nose under and then glue it like so. With a small pair of scissors, I'm just going to trim it just a little bit at a time. I know I need to go just a little wider and just a little bit deeper. And we're going to test it again. And that's actually a perfect fit. See how that is? And I only took off just this little much. That's why I say you want to be careful. You don't want to over trim it. So once we glue him down, this is how he's going to look. And that's like the perfect look right there. Okay. What I normally like to do is put a little bit of glue down at the bottom here first. And then I will put some on the side to where it'll fit. We're going to put it right. I want to tuck it right underneath. And put a little bit here, and I like to put it on the fabric because in this way I know it will attach right where I want it. Tuck it and attach. And same thing on this side. Put some here and attach on the other side. Part is done. See how cute he is? We're going to go ahead and put glue down onto the back side. See where the fabric is? I'm going to put it all along the edge, and this way it won't pucker up, it won't move anywhere. So you want to get one of your decorative socks. You need about 3 of these cotton balls to create the pom-pom. And stick it inside to the tip of the sock. And get one of your bands, whatever you have available. You don't want to tie it from the top here. You want to tie it from the bottom on this side. It would make it a lot easier to maneuver. And twist it 2 to 3 times, however many times your band can wrap around it. Isn't that cute? You create your own little pom-pom. And once again, we're going to take some kind of string or strand that you have to tie around it. I'll be using my fishing line. And I create a little loop to make it easier to wrap around. And you just bring it like so. And then tie it 2 or 3 times and knot it 2 or 3 times and you're good. I want this green heel to show as part of his hat. So what I'll be doing is cutting it at an angle. I'll be cutting it from this white section here, straight, diagonal, to the end of this heel part here where the green, right before the green will start. If you don't care, then you can go ahead and cut straight across there. Okay, like that. There's his little hat. Isn't he so cute? He's almost done. So what we're gonna do is put the hat on and adjust it accordingly. And you want to make sure that when you adjust it, you want to cover the top of the nose and the side so that you don't see the little holes for the beads. So take the glue gun, put a dab of glue up top here. I put a little glue there to cover that little side. On this side, I'm going to put a dab of glue here. And then now we're going to go ahead and tuck some glue on the side here and the back and on the other side. And then we just want to figure out which side we want to put his little pom-pom and tuck a little bit of glue underneath. Dab of glue in the corner here and right here so that it'll lay just perfectly there. And then I figured out where I want to put his little embellishment. I have this cute little glitter holly. Isn't that adorable? I'm going to go ahead and tack it right there. So get some glue. He is complete. Isn't he adorable? Okay, so we're going to set him aside and work on the other gnome to match this one, since we have another the other part to the sock, and I want to show you how you can use the other part of the sock to make a second gnome. This one, when you break down all the price to it, it's about $5 for each gnome that you can give away as a gift. We're going to get our container, another sock, wrap it around so that it's got plenty of room here, and pour in the Epsom salt. And let me tell you guys, considering this Epsom salt is from the Dollar Tree and it's lavender scent, it smells really, really nice. I wish you could smell it. And just be careful releasing it and moving it down. Make sure you move all that salt down before you tie it off. And get your band and tie it 2-3 times, however much the band will allow you. All right, and once again, we're going to tie it off, secure it off with some type of string. Mine will be a fishing line. You can use some type of string that's available, tooth floss, strand, whatever. Wrap it around 2 or 3 times. Knot it off. You're going to go ahead and cut the top again. You don't want to cut where the band is. You want to cut just above it. So we're going to take the other part of the sock that we had cut off, and we're going to use that as the body. I'll wrap it around here. So we're going to gather what we can and band it together. Another string, tie off the top again, Go around 2-3 times and knot it off 2 or 3 times. That's what it looks like so far, and we're going to trim the top just a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and create an indentation for the nose. You're going to get the little bead once again, and that's what he's going to look like right about there. So far, but we're going to go ahead and glue just a little on the side to create that indentation. And I'll also do it to the other side. Beard from earlier, when we had cut 2 of them, and take that one, and once again see how it will fit, and if we need to cut it accordingly. I actually didn't have to adjust it at all. He will fit on there perfectly. Put a little glue here, here, and here to tuck the corners in. He's gonna look, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put glue all along the back side here, including the bottom, and on this side to tuck him down. Oh, he looks so far, and now what we're going to do is put glue down on the edge here to secure that. Okay, go ahead and get the other half of the sock. This is the top, this is the heel. So what we're going to do is get another band and secure the heel area. All right, tie that around a few times like that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and get our strand again to secure it in the event that rubber band ever pops, and tie it around 2 or 3 times. Same thing. It looks like once we've tied it off, then we're going to get one of the little wire stem, the little pipe cleaner, and a bell. Slip it through, twist it off a few times to make sure it's secured on there, like that. Then we're going to go ahead and slide it through. Try to find the little hole here. You're going to work your way through and pull it through on the other side. And then what we're going to do is glue this section here to the bell. We're just going to put some glue, push it together. So this is how it'll look once we put the glue on. So what we're going to do next is fit the hat on, and you want to adjust it the way that you want the hat to lay. Once that is done, you take this here, because then you know there's enough room, and wrap it around. Gone. and then we're going to glue it like before. We're going to adjust it, and then we're going to glue starting with the top. We're going to put a little glue up top here. Just be careful, it's hot. A little bit of glue here. Another on this side. We're going to go ahead and put glue again right underneath along the edges, all along here. Back side, all along the brim. Just a little bit of glue here to tuck it on the side. Your embellishment and tack it on anywhere on the hat. I'm going to use this one, my little holly again, and I'll put it on this side. Another gnome that I had made with a different pattern sock. Same thing with the pom-pom with the cotton balls in there. But instead of tilting the hat to the side, I went ahead and just had it flop to the back. Oops, see. I had it flop to the back so you can see what it looked like. This is what the front, the back, the side, and the front again. And let me show you what the others look like. This is the one with the solid, with the bell, front, side, back, side again, and this is his little bottom. And then the little stripe hat. Here we go, front, side, back, side again, and back to the front. I hope you like this video, and don't forget to click the like button and subscribe below. Once again, my name is Dinh, author of Wrapped in Sin. If you enjoy reading smutty comedy romance, please check it out. It is available at Apple iTunes, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other retailers. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye, my lovelies.